So welcome everyone. Hi Ray, how are you? Hello, hello, hi everybody. Yeah, if you could mute, that would be helpful. If you don't anticipate any background noise at all, you're home alone, you know no one's gonna come in, the dog's not gonna bark, then that's fine. You don't have to mute it. But if there's any chance of background noise, only because what happens is when you speak, the speaker goes to you, and some people just, they want to focus on and watching me. So I think it gets confusing for some people when that happens. So hello, Pat. Welcome. All right. Did you bring me a Dunkin' Donuts? That's the question. No? All right. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. So we want to sit on the sit bones, and maybe you want to rock, move the flesh a little so you can lengthen the spine. So all of these are just suggested, right? So we know everyone's going to have a different body, so we want to have our feet flat on the floor if that's possible for you. If not, the closest that you can come to that, the closest you can come to a long spine. So crown to the ceiling, chin parallel to the floor. So we're not looking up, we're looking down. You can go ahead and bring shoulders up, back, and down if that feels good. And I just want to remind everyone that this is your class. I'm just here to guide you. So if something doesn't feel good, look right, sound right, you can't do it, you don't want to do it, whatever reason, just don't do it. It's okay. Everything is absolutely optional. No one's here to judge you. No one's even watching you, probably. So yeah, no worries about anything that goes on. I just want everyone to honor where they are today. Everyone's going to be different. And because I don't know people and I don't know where they are, and some people don't even have the camera on, so I can't see them, it's going to be an easier of a class. We're not going to stand up. We will probably stand up eventually. Just let me get in my groove here with everyone and feel everyone out. I know some of you said that you were willing to stand up assisted, unassisted. We'll probably do that eventually. I just want to make sure right now everyone's safe, everyone feels comfortable. With that said, if anyone, I'm going to give you all, if anyone has something that they would like to try, they would like to do, they've done before, they did it in this class, they did it in another class, anything that they want to tell me about, feel free to do that right now. Something you need to tell me about yourself, about where you are physically, anything. I know it's weird, you don't even want to tell the whole group, right? But I just want to give everyone a chance to voice their opinion or anything they do have to say. All right. So we're in our seated mountain. So spine is long and tall. Feet are flat on the floor, if that's possible. Crown to the ceiling. You can go ahead and bring shoulders up, back, and down one more time. And if it feels okay, go ahead and just close your eyes. If that does not feel safe, you could soften the gaze. So softening the gaze would just be looking onto the floor in front of you softly, not really focusing on anything. Well, doing a little quick body scan. Starting from the crown of your head and just moving down through the body, just checking in, seeing if maybe you're holding any tension Maybe it's possible to let go of it. Maybe you're clenching your jaw, unclenching them, just letting go of anything in the body you might be holding on to. Letting that skin flow down the arms and the torso, down the legs, all the way to the feet. So the scan is just a check-in. It's not meant for you to hover over any areas that you see as problematic. It's not meant to hold on to. And whenever you're ready, you can take a nice big inhale into the belly. Feel the belly rise and expand like a balloon. And on the exhale, belly deflates, navel goes towards spine, all air will come out. You continue, inhale, full breath into the belly, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And we're going to do this to our own breath at our own pace, a few more times. Inhaling into the belly, filling it with air, exhaling all of the air out. A few more times at your own pace, to your own breath. And whenever you are ready, you will let that breath grow and blossom into the side body, into the rib cage. So inhale, ribs expand. And the exhale, ribs come back together, all air comes out. So inhaling into the rib cage, into the side body, ribs expand, they come apart. Exhale, ribs come back together, back to midline. And continue at your own pace to your own breath. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, all air out. And just picture the breath going there in your mind's eye. If you're not doing it wrong. And whenever your next breath comes, let that breath grow and blossom into the chest, into the heart. Inhale, slight rise of the collarbone. Exhale, slight fall. And continue inhaling into the heart, into the chest. Once again, picturing it going there in your mind's eye. And we'll go ahead and bring those 3 breaths together. So what we'll do is we'll inhale a little bit into the belly, a little bit into the ribs, a little bit into the heart. Exhaling from the heart and then the ribs and then the belly. So a 3-part breath. So a little bit into the belly, maybe 1, 2, you can count 1, 2 into the belly, 3, 4 into the ribs, 5, 6 into the heart. Exhale 1, 2 from the heart, 3, 4 from the side, 5, 6 from the belly. 3-part dirty breath. Keep going at your own pace, to your own breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, heart, belly. And we use this breath to calm the nervous system, bring us back into the moment. And feeling free to use this breath throughout your practice today or even throughout your day. Maybe when anxiety creeps in, anger, blood pressure boiling. And when your next inhale comes, go ahead and take that inhale. Exhale, left ear goes towards left shoulder, nice and gentle side stretching them back. Nice and gentle, no forcing, right? Nothing should be forced here. Honoring whatever range you have today. Good, inhale up, exhale other side, whenever you're ready. Inhale up, exhale, chin towards armpit. So we're gonna go off to the side and forward a little bit. And inhaling up, exhale other side. Inhale up, exhale like you're looking over your shoulder, trying to see something behind you. And inhale back, exhale other side. And inhale back and relax. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and take some shoulder rolls. So shoulders go up, back, and down. And go ahead and do these rolls how you feel today. Are your circles big? Are they small? Are they fast? Are they slow? What are you feeling? What do you feel like? Maybe you want to do one at a time. We're going to do some freestyle shoulder rolls today. Yogi's choice. Beautiful. Can we reverse? Maybe one at a time here too. Or maybe only one of your shoulders works today. So you can always just do one. That's okay too. Everything goes here. The only rules we have are don't stop breathing, don't judge yourself, do not get hurt. Everything else is fine. Beautiful. You can let that be still. So we're going to inhale into our goddess arms. Good. Exhale. Palms and forearms will go towards each other. Maybe they will touch. Maybe they will not touch. But it is all good. Inhale. Open the heart. Bring the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale. Palms and forearms go towards each other. Touching or not touching. Inhaling, open, exhale, close. And go ahead at your own pace, your own breath, right? We don't have to all be in sync. We are all going to have a different lung capacity. Recognize that, and that is okay. Just taking full inhales and full exhales. And it's so funny because those of you who have the background on, sometimes like your arm just like disappears into it, and it's really funny. Like, oh no, yoga has taken their arm. Good. And then we'll meet on an inhale open whenever you're ready. And then on the exhale, we're just going to rotate one arm down. Inhale it up, exhale. And see if you can leave it bent as you can, right? As bent as you can. Good. I'll do one more on each side. I don't want to burn your shoulders off. And you can make nice whenever you're ready. Shake it out, whatever feels good. Whatever feels good, whatever feels nurturing. And let's just circling the wrists and seeing if you can move the fingers at the same time, if that's possible. So circling, it's a little brain one, right? Circling wrists and moving fingers. And reverse. And you can go fast, or you can go slow, whatever you want, whatever feels good. Getting all the snap, crackle, pops out. And if you want to make a fist, starters, like we're throwing glitter. Right? And then we'll bring one palm up, nice little gentle stretch. And I just want to keep reminding everyone, something is not for you. For some of you I cannot see, so I will not know. just don't do it. It's okay. These are all just suggestions. Everyone's body is going to be different, and no judging yourself, right? We would never judge each other probably here, but we would love to judge ourselves. Go ahead and switch hands. So whatever happens here today, being grateful your body has brought you here today. Look over, good. Beautiful. And you can go ahead and let that be still. So we're going to inhale, arms all the way up. And then on the exhale, we can grab the chair. I don't want anyone to fall, so you can grab onto your chair and just giving yourself a nice, gentle stretch in the side. And you're breathing. So you're gonna feel it in this right side here. And holding the chair so you don't fall. And breathing. And if you have the little neck stretch, you want to look up, you can. And whenever you're ready to inhale, we're going to inhale up. And exhale other side, grabbing a hold of the chair somewhere. Or maybe you get to the floor. Everyone's going to be different. You want to feel that stretch in the left side. Beautiful. And then we'll inhale. Exhale. And one more time, inhaling up. This time we're going to exhale over to the left. Beautiful. Inhaling up and exhale right. We're going to flow through this a few times. And just seeing if you could keep that back nice and tall, right? So we're not leaning to get over more, to get a bigger twist, right? Our spine is tall. And so our movements might be micro. Maybe it doesn't even look like you're twisting. And just keep going at your own pace to your own breath, right? We don't have to be synchronized. So inhale when you feel ready for the air, and exhale when you feel ready. Beautiful. And just keep it going. Good. And we can inhale up one more time. And exhale, palms together down the middle. Good. Nice big inhale. Exhale. See how far you can lift those elbows and push those palms together. So we don't want it to hurt, but we want to push them together. We're strengthening the wrists, the forearms, maybe even feel it in the biceps and shoulders. So elbows are as high as they can be. So if they're down here, that's okay too. But they're as high as they can be for you today. And you're pushing those palms together as hard as you can without pain, without discomfort, and you're breathing, strengthening. Nice deep breath. And you can come out whenever you want. If anything is very uncomfortable, feel free to stop. I promise you I'd step it up every week, so I'm trying to make it a little bit more challenging. And it's these easy ones that sometimes are the hardest ones. They're the ones that look easier, sometimes the hardest, I should say. And if you want to shake it out, shake all your shaky stuff. Right. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to do a new one today. And so this is a tricky one because everyone's going to be really different on this one. So I'm going to show you the final pose, and then I'm going to show you how to get into it because that just seems to work out the best. So this is the full expression of the pose would be your left ankle above that right knee. This would be our full expression of this pose, okay? Now, I get that not everyone is gonna be feeling that, whether it's hips, whether it's knees, whatever reason, and that's fine, that's okay. So we will start. You may cross over at your ankles. So ankle over ankle, and you can stay right here. Or maybe you stretch out that right leg and you can cross over on the shin, and that you can get right there. Or maybe you do get all the way up here, but you're like, oh, that's tight. You can straighten out that opposite leg, and that'll make it a little bit easier on that left hip, that left thigh. Or maybe you are able to sit more like cross-legged, like this, with the crook of your knee over your knee, which is harder for me to do. So whatever version suits you, go ahead and get into it. You do want to feel a little bit of a stretch in that hip and that thigh. This is our chair pigeon. It is a hip opener, but we don't want anyone getting hurt. So whatever feels good for this side, go ahead and find that. And then if you have access to your foot, you could go ahead and get some ankle movements in and massage. If not, you can move it on its own, like we always usually do if it moves on its own. Now, what I also want you to do here is if close your eyes and picture the most perfect mobility in that foot, in that ankle. Those circles are big. You have all the mobility in the world, all the strength. Just picturing it. Picturing these big, perfect circles. And if your foot is accessible and you want to give it a little love, a little rub, don't forget your toes. And whenever you've had enough, you can let that be still. And whatever position you're in, we're going to just take that left arm and rest it on possibly that left thigh. And that right arm can just rest on the right thigh. And we'll take a nice big inhale. Now, if you're here like this, and this feels tight, and this is enough, you can stay here. Or if you're like, I could sit here all day, you can take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, you can come a little bit forward with a flat back and just feeling that stretch until where you want it, right? So it's not a touch your toes, it's not a touch your floor game. It's the floor game. It's coming forward until you feel where that stretch is, finding that yoga edge, that place between effort and ease. And you are breathing. And maybe letting go. So it's said that we hold traumas, emotions, physical things in our heads. So what do we want to let go of today? And it's so easy to say, I'm not just let it go. Let's want to let it go, right? Just letting it go is not always so easy. So what do you want to let go? What are you holding on to today that you might want to let go? Just maybe wanting to let it go, being ready to let it go. What are you ready to let go of today? Now, whenever you're ready for that next inhale, come back up if you came forward at all. And then exhale, help the leg down if it is up, and then give it some love. Because it might feel a little funny, right? And then we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So whatever that means for you here. And noticing those sides are different. So maybe one side has more flexibility than the other. Maybe one side has a little bit of a pain and the other one doesn't. So start by if you don't know what's going to happen, you could always start by crossing over the ankles and then moving on up and seeing what happens, just exploring that today. Wherever you are is perfect. And get that ankle moving, whatever that means. So maybe it's on its own. Maybe you want to give it a hand. Maybe you want to give the foot a little bit of love. Don't forget your toes. Perfect. And once again, whenever you've had enough of that, resting those arms on the thighs and staying here if that suits you, or taking a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, coming forward once again with that flat back to where you feel that stretch. And then just noticing that those sides are probably not the same. Maybe you're a little bit more flexible, maybe a little bit less. And we're noticing with curiosity, right? We're not noticing with judgment. We're not attaching a story to it. We're not attaching that's because blah, 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 blah. We're just noticing. I'm not symmetrical. Interesting. And breathing. And maybe you want to let something go. What are you holding on to? Maybe it's small. Maybe your coffee got cold before you drank it this morning. Maybe it's something big. What are you holding on to today that could probably be let go of? Is it physical? Is it emotional? And just wanting to let it go, right? Good. And when that next inhale comes, you can inhale back up and exhale, help that leg down and make nice. Make nice. Perfect. All right. So we are going to take our left hand, all right, and bring it around our back. Wherever that shows up. And maybe it just makes it right here, right? So we're going to try to get it around our back. If it doesn't make it, that's okay. We're getting as close as possible. And I do realize that some people are just going to come to the side, and that's absolutely acceptable. That's fine. Left, this hand. This is your right, and this is your left. And this is my right, my left. Oh my goodness. Other hand, we're going to take and come right on top. There you go. I'm trying to lie here, and I'm having trouble. And so what we want to do, so the object is to say we're trying to hold hands behind our back. Now, I know most of you that's not going to be a thing, and that's fine. But that's what we're doing. We're trying to get those hands to touch behind the back, right? That's the only way I can describe it. Now, we want to have our elbow back too. So I know having that elbow forward is giving us a little bit more, but we want to bring it back. Bring that elbow back as far as you can, physically possible for you, and trying to bring those hands towards each other. And breathe. And breathe. And don't forget to breathe. All right. And whatever those hands show up is absolutely fine. Nothing is wrong here except for having pain, right? And so maybe your hand only comes to the shoulder today. That's okay. That's all right. We don't want to have any pain. We don't have any discomfort. We just want to be challenged. And you're breathing. Good. Nice deep breaths. All right, and then you can come on and unravel and shake it out. We're going to do the other side. So I messed up all the right and the left, so hopefully you remember what side you did and do the other side. I think it's left hand on top and right hand on the bottom. And once again, wherever those show up for you, elbow as far back as it can be, spine long and tall. And noticing those sides are not the same once again, right? And breathing. And trying to bring those hands together behind the back. Somebody might be able to do that here. I cannot show you, but it is possible for somebody, I think. And you're breathing. Elbow back, spine lines off. Nice deep breath coming out whenever it feels right. You don't want anything to hurt. And you can come on, shake it up. All right, shake it up. All right, good. Now, we are not going to stand up today, but we can do some balance work in the chair. So the first one we'll do is, so there's a reason why babies crawl before they walk, because crawling is good for your back. We're not going to crawl, don't worry. But crawling is good for your balance, especially if you have one hand, opposite hand and opposite feet. So if you're crawling, it'd be opposite hand and opposite foot in front of each other, right? So instead of crawling, we're going to do a little bit of marching. It's going to be the same idea, all right? The same idea. So now we're going to lift one leg at a time. Now, maybe you need some help here with the hands. If you want to support your legs, you can. If not, that's okay. We're going to engage the core. Bring your breath into the rib cage, and then engage the opposite arm. This is where the crawling kind of comes in. So the opposite leg and opposite arm come up at the same time. It might take you a minute to do for some reason. And you're breathing and lifting the legs as high as it feels good for you today. Believe it or not, this is good for balance. I should have had some marching music. Beautiful. I love it. Stopping whenever you feel necessary. We'll do a couple more. Good. And you can let that be still. You can shake it up, make nice. Woo, all right. Perfect. Taking that left foot, crossing it over right, and seeing if you can engage the bottoms of both feet on the floor, if that is you. So bottoms of both feet touching flat on the floor, left foot cross over right. So this is a balance in itself where you're trying to stand in the chair. Now, if you need to hold on to the chair, that's fine. Here, you're absolutely welcome to do that. Maybe one hand or both hands is fine. So this is a little bit of a balance in itself. We're going to bring those palms together in front of the heart. Go ahead and close your eyes here if that feels okay. Taking a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to be a tree. We're going to find our branches of our tree, wherever they may be today. Maybe you only have one branch today. Maybe you have two. Maybe it's super windy. Maybe the leaves are falling. Maybe you're blooming, whatever kind of tree you are. And just imagining, maybe you have a favorite tree. Imagining you are that tree and those roots are growing from the bottoms of your feet. Your feet are engaged in the earth and the bottoms are growing deep roots. So you're strong, you're tall, majestic, with a beautiful tree. Even if it's windy, you're still safe, you're still sturdy. Breathing, picturing your tree. Feeling those roots. Next inhale, inhaling up all the way over your head, palms together. And exhaling down the middle. Perfect. Now you can go ahead and switch the feet so your right one is on top. Same thing, engaging, doing your best to engage the bottoms of the feet on the floor, on the earth, right? Palms together in front of the heart. Close the eyes if that feels good. Nice big inhale. Exhale, find your tree. Be a different tree this time. Be a different tree. Be a different tree, whatever kind of tree you want to be. Breathe. Nice deep breaths. Roots growing from the bottoms of your feet. Picture your tree. What kind of tree are you? Maybe you have fruits. Breathing. Really being that you're feeling tall and sturdy, balancing. Roots. And nice big inhale all the way up, palms together above the head. Good. And exhaling down. And you can come out of the feet. And we're going to bring the feet apart, maybe wider than the chair legs. Depending on your chair, I don't know what kind of chair people have, but you're going to bring the feet apart as much as it feels good. We'll take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, the back of the left hand is going to come to the inside of the left leg, and then look up at right palm. Okay. Now this left hand can come anywhere from the floor to your knee or anywhere in between, and then in this right arm, if it's tired, if it doesn't want to be up anywhere, you could always bring your hand to your hip and look up that way. That will be up to you. However it feels as our chair triangle. And you're breathing. Nice deep breaths. If looking up towards the palm doesn't feel good, you can look forward. That's okay as well. Nice deep breaths here. Trikonasana, chair triangle. And whenever you're ready, we're going to inhale up, exhale other side. So it'll be back of left palm, back of right hand to inside of right leg. I'm really off today. Look up at left. Good, beautiful. And once again, you can bring hand to hip if that feels good. And that right hand's going to be anywhere from the floor, the knee, anywhere in between, even on the thigh, wherever it comes, it comes. Breathing, nice deep breaths. And whenever you're ready to inhale, you can come all the way up. Inhale and exhale, relax. Good. Now, if you did grab a pillow or a block or a phone book or anything like that in the beginning of class, you can, we're going to use it now. If you did not grab one, you may go and grab one now if it's accessible. If not, then don't worry about it. Actually, we're going to put it on the floor. We're going to put it on the floor right in front of us. So if you do not have one, you can still do this too. It's just the elevation gives a little bit more pebble. We're going to put the feet on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to engage the bottoms of the feet together as best we can. So the higher you go, the more intense your stretch will be. So if you want to grab something more, that's good to remember for next time maybe. If you're like, oh, I could go higher with this. the lower, but if you're really tight, you might not even want to elevate. You might just want to use the floor, and that's okay. And so we're gonna engage the bottoms of our feet together the best we can, right? So for some folks, it's not gonna always come that way. So we're gonna do our best here. This is our cobbler, butterfly, Baddha Konasana, depending on what you like to call it. I think dancers call it butterfly, right? So we're going to use this pose. We're going to stay in this pose if it feels safe, if it feels okay for you, and do our gratitude receive practice. For those of you who've been coming, you're kind of familiar, but I'm always going to explain it again. So we all have wants or needs, right? Hopefully more wants than needs, but you know. We're going to ask. We're going to look up to the sky, the heaven, the universe, ask for something we want or need. And the most important part of this is on the exhale, we're going to bring the palms together in front of the heart. We'll bow forward and express gratitude for something that you have or something that's happened. It doesn't have to be something you have to. 5 different things you're grateful for. Okay. As far as the asking, it does not matter. You can ask for whatever you want. It could be the same thing. Sometimes asking for the same thing 5 times will make the manifestation stronger. It doesn't have to be deep. It could be lotto, it could be whatever, tall, dark, and handsome, whatever it is that you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. So it's funny because in class, because that always has to be silent, right? So you don't want everyone screaming something out at the same time. But if you're home and you are muted, you may say it out loud. That might just make it a little bit stronger as well. All right, so 5 times. We will start together. We will not finish together. So when you are done, you can sit quietly, you can have your palms open, or you can be in Anjali Mudra, Namaste, prayer, whatever you like to call it. All right, so a nice big inhale together. Long exhale. And we'll start on our next inhale. Open your heart, open your arms, look up to the sky, the heaven, the universe. What do you want? What do you need today? And whenever you're ready to exhale, you can go ahead, palms together, bow forward. What are you grateful for? And just keep going at your own pace, your own breath, 4 more times. Receive it. And so when you're done, I want you to, if you could just sit in your manifestation. So what were you asking for? What would it look like? What would it be like? What would it feel like as if it were? So really visualizing that, holding on to that. What would it be like as if it were? And really seeing details. What would other people look and feel like? Is there a certain place, a certain outfit? Just really seeing the details of what you were asking for. What would it be like? Really holding on to that. About 10 more seconds. And whenever you are ready, you can come on. So our next pose is called Savasana, or do nothing pose, meditation, or whatever you like to call it, sleep. Um, so go ahead and get as comfortable as you can, whatever that might mean for you. Whether it's laying down, whether it's still sitting in the chair, whatever that means for you, okay? And just go ahead and find that little place in your head where the thoughts come in. See if you can make it a little bit smaller. And I know those thoughts are pesky. They're going to come anyway. And that's okay. You're just going to let them pass, like passing clouds, like passing traffic. No stories, no judgments. Just start to let yourself relax. If that's something that's available to you today. Or maybe just tell yourself you'd like to relax. Becoming aware of your hair, on the top of your head. Hair relaxing, letting that hair relax, allowing that hair to relax. Crown of the head relaxes. Forehead, back of the head, side, ears relaxing. Eyes, nose, face, lips, jaw, all relaxing. Allowing it to relax. Front and back of the neck, sides of the neck. Relaxation flowing down your shoulders and arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands and fingers, relaxing. Upper back, relaxing chest, belly, ribs, lower back, hips, pelvis, rear. Letting go of what you can. Front and back of thighs, knees, behind the knees, shins and calves, relaxing, ankles, tops and bottoms of the feet, all the way to your toes. From the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes, you are telling your body to relax, heavy, warm, supported. And checking in, are you relaxed? How are you feeling? Breathing. Letting that space in your head where those thoughts come in, making it even a little bit smaller. Just for a few moments.
And just staying where you are. I'm going to pull a card from our 4 agreements deck. One of the agreements is always do your best. So I picked always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action. Hold on. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Always do your best. So you can maybe start to wiggle some fingers, some toes. Perhaps move your head side to side. Or maybe you want to take a full body stretch. Oh, like you just woke up. And you could feel fully refreshed. And if you are able, if you lay down and you're able to come back to sitting, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. If you're able to bring the palms together in front of the heart, and we say the light in me honors that in each of you. Thank you.
Promising.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Michelle.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Michelle.
you. Thank you. Hey, Debbie, is that you that comes to my class? Is it Debbie, I think it is. No. All right, everyone. I'll see you next week. And have a good week. Thank you. Thank you.